possibly go wrong? You've got to wonder, because the market is close to hitting all-time highs again in the US and Australia. In Australia, thanks to the banks, not thanks to the resources, but that's another story. And what could go wrong? Well, we've got a few things coming up. We've got an inflation number in the US on Friday. Today's Thursday. Inflation risk is so 2024 at the moment. Got to say, we've stopped worrying about it. We saw a CPI number in Australia yesterday, which was pretty good, a bit below expectations. It shows you that progress continues to be made on inflation, to the point that in Australia anyway, we are now expecting an 89% chance of another rate cut on July the 8th, Tuesday, July the 8th. So in under 2 weeks, we might get another rate cut in Australia. Message is, inflation is contained. As I say, it's so 2023-24 to be worrying about it. Central banks have made a lot of noise over the last couple of weeks, particularly in the US, about rate expectations. They're on wait and see. We're looking at 1 or 2 rate cuts this year. Bottom line, despite the inflation number on Friday in the US, inflation has ceased to be a major market issue, and particularly a major market negative, and we have relaxed about inflation. Good news about that is it's very good for the Australian banks, which saw a big rise yesterday. Can you believe the CBA is now up 25% this year? A lot of that is to do with relaxation about inflation, which brings interest rates down, which makes stocks with high yields more attractive. Anyway, inflation number on Friday night. What else have we got? We've got the RBA meeting on July the 8th. On July, which we expect a rate cut at this point. On July the 9th, we have the tariff deadline, and the White House is currently teasing about tariff deals likely to be announced and done ahead of that deadline. So in the next week, we should see some tariff deals. And you have to assume, even if they aren't done by July the 9th, if there's a significant one, say with the EU, if it's not done by July the 9th, they need more time. You've got to assume Trump is just going to push the deadline back. So whereas earlier this year we saw tremendous volatility over every tariff decision development, that is now looking more like a positive than a negative, and particularly over the next week we should see some tariff deals done. So that is unlikely, it seems, to go wrong. Other things that could go wrong is Iran-Israeli tensions could escalate, but we're hitting all-time highs despite the escalation in the last couple of weeks. The market largely ignores geopolitical risks, and if they do create short-term drops in the market, they tend to be buying opportunities. So even that seems to be of little concern at this point in time. We don't have any other real events until the results season. So we've got the US results season kicking off on July the 15th. There are it always starts with the investment bank results. Stocks like Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, all announce within a few days of each other and kick off the main part of the US results season. That's July the 15th. I wonder how well investment banks have gone in the US considering the volatility of the last quarter and the last half. So not guaranteed that they'll be fabulous. Usually if the market's gone up a lot during the quarter, then the investment banks are pumping, but they might be a bit more cautious. Then big tech results start around the 23rd with Apple, July 23rd, Apple, Meta, so later in the month. And then the others follow after that. We're looking at this point for a confirmation of AI CapEx commitment, and I think we'll probably get that. So the results season looks to be quite good. So here we are sitting with a Marcus Today managed strategy portfolio, which is the real fund, sitting at an all-time high. And we're looking at our strategy portfolio at an all-time high. And our income portfolio has outperformed 27.6% this financial year with a few days to go. That compares to the ASX 200 up 10%. We're kicking the lights out at the moment, and you assume something's got to go wrong. But as I say, it's hard to see what at this point. We'll just wait for it to happen, do something about it when it happens. But for now, market's looking okay.